All right. Hi, guys. It's Annabelle Ola, and tonight we are going over oils for every age for our wellness education series. What's nice about the slides is it's going to help pertain to each individual and where they're at. So, the first part of this I actually really liked, and I've talked to Marley about it before. And she's actually helped me a lot on my education with essential oils in pregnancy because I didn't have those when I was pregnant with my daughter 14 years ago. So we're going to start there. So welcome and thanks for coming, and feel free to ask questions as we go along. So again, it's wellness education for each and every age. And the first part is pregnancy. So Terrazyme is great digestive enzyme, will help break down the food and deliver the right nutrients, but it will also pass through the breast milk, allowing the baby to have a more settled tummy, which is something new to me, which I think is really cool. Marley, did you use that for that purpose?
The Terrazyme, I use Terrazyme all the time before, during, and after pregnancy because it helps with the heartburn
Mhm.
and it helps with, like, you know how when you're pregnant, everything gets pushed up, your
Yeah.
belly and everything. So even the little bit of food feels like it's all stuck in your throat. So I used it to help with that feeling too. And some people will be like, oh, it has peppermint in it. It doesn't, it's bad for breast milk. But I never found that to be the case, especially taking Copaiba next to it, because Copaiba is like the super breast milk enhancer. It was insane.
That's really cool to know because, again, I don't know that world with essential oils. And if you know anyone pregnant, Marley has spoken so highly of Copaiba and just the many, many things, not just the milk support, but I think you said the birth and the part after. And so there's a lot to do with these two with assisting birth.
Yeah. So like I am, my baby girl is 3.5 and I still take Copaiba every single day because it helps with my, anxiety, and it helps with my hip pain. And you know how after you have a baby, you sleep with a pillow between your legs. If I don't have Copaiba, it's brutal.
Man, good to know. Thank you, Marley. So those are just some things for pregnancy. So we're going to move on to the next slide here. Basil and fennel, also for topically to the breast after nursing to support a healthy milk supply. And then when you want the breastfeeding to stop, I know Debbie was wondering about this. We're going to use the peppermint oil and help to decrease the milk supply, but not all of it. So basically, it helps towards the end when you are weaning off the baby for breast milk. Another.
And I would note one other thing, after you have a baby and you have to pee, and it's like, so you can't really relax. If you put some peppermint in the toilet, it'll actually help you go to the bathroom.
Oh, that's very cool. I did not know that. See, Marley has all the tidbits. And then we're moving up. So infants to age 2. You guys know On Guard is if I say, if you're only going to have one oil, have the On Guard, either that or the frankincense. But swiping it in the roller form, diluted on the bottom of the feet for babies. I tell my friends this all the time. And remembering that doTERRA is the most tested and most trusted on the market. So you wouldn't want to put anything in your baby, obviously, or yourself if you didn't know if it was completely clean and amazing product. So that's why doTERRA. And then they get upset bellies. There's colic. There's all kinds of things that babies can get. So Tamer, you can roll over the belly and just put a little bit on and rub the belly in a circular motion to aid in digestion. So that's another good one. And I would actually add frankincense to that lineup with the On Guard personally. You can do the roller on that too. Lavender is also great for sleep to diffuse or put on the bottoms of the feet. Babies love that touch and the rub and the connection that you can have with them. So that's one that I feel like was kind of left off. They have the unscented lotion that you can use with the lavender. Oh, there it is. Mixed in to help at bedtime. So making sure the lotion is clean, remembering that the skin is your largest organ and it will all go into the bloodstream. So definitely want to make sure that you're using clean, unscented, organic lotion. And diffusing, of course, is really important because it's a great way for baby to breathe in the lavender for restful sleep and breathe for respiratory support. So they always get little sniffles here and there. So that's a big deal, having the breathe around. And they also have that one now that you can rub on the chest. It's kind of like a Vicks rub, and it's except for without the petroleum and other harmful chemicals. So that's another good one to have on hand. So moving to the next slide, we're talking about school age kids here. Maggie's been on all of these since I can remember. The probiotic, which is going to help with the gut health, the vitamins, which deliver all the nutrients that they need, and the fish oil has been huge for ADD and ADHD, ADHD for my daughter, and learning. So doctors tell you to be on an omega. So especially children, especially because their brain growth and development is so quick, and there's so much for them um, that's important for the body system. And of course, the immune system in school, but always, they can do the little beadlets. So Maggie takes the peppermint and the On Guard beadlets daily just to keep things going internally. These are a great lineup. The kids collection is also a really great gift. You could even do single oils from this, but anybody you know with kids, even for a birthday gift, they get to apply it themselves, and it's so diluted that these oils help make it so they're not so concentrated, and that they can apply it at their own leisure, and really they can't go overboard. So they have everything from thinker to calmer to stronger to braver, and steady. So we usually on our team have our kids do positive affirmations and roll on what they're feeling and let them use their intuition with some of those oils, because they're very powerful, and it empowers them to do better in school and to feel good about themselves. So I love the kids collection.
Yeah, and the Stronger Touch right there, the Stronger Oil, not touch, it has rose in it actually. So super, super powerful for helping them not be sick without the spicy element of On Guard.
Yeah, that's a good point. I love that. I love rose oil. And it's also for self-love. So here we're getting into Maggie's years, adolescence. So she has this HD Clear Skin Kit. It's really important to keep the pH balanced. It's helpful for acne. Even if you are not a kid and you have adult acne, this is a great line for oily skin. So that's something to keep in mind. There's the wash, the foaming face wash, the moisturizer that's more like a serum, and the roller with the oils that help control all of that. And then, of course, this is something I'm moving into right now because she's almost 14. I'm moving her from the kids supplements to these Lifelong Vitality Pack, but she's taking half the dose. But it's taken some practice, but I want her to have the right nutrients, just like we are taking now currently for all of us, delivered to her body on a cellular level, knowing that the absorption rate is 94. Is it 94 or 97? I just had a total brain fart. I think it's 94%. And it is phenomenal on the delivery process. That's why we talk about the Lifelong Vitality Pack so much, because it is so much better than any of the stuff you can find out there. Super important to know. So it's got the fish oil, the cellular, and the microplex, which is all your nutrients. And we don't have in our food enough nutrition to be delivered, and they're growing. So this is super, super important. And moving on, the diffuser. I have this one. I love this diffuser. It's so great because it has, you can turn up the volume on it, so to speak. So you can diffuse a little more or a little less. And then it has the increments of hours that you can use, and it comes in white marble as well as that black. So it's pretty cool. I forgot the name of that diffuser, Marley. Do you remember the name?
I believe it's called the Onyx.
I think
ONYX.
I think that's
Oh, no. This one is the Volo, VOLO.
onyx, and then white marble comes in those colors. I think a few of you on the team already have this on this call. Then
Yeah,
Clary Calm is great for, there's hormones going on. So roll it across that lower area. Maggie has a little bag in her backpack of feminine products and Clary Calm and peppermint, and just in case anything happens anytime soon. So it's good to prepare ourselves. I wish I had had that kind of preparation. I know my stepmom was really there for me with the aftermath of that, but it would have been good to know the front end, what to do and how to help things move along. So if you have any questions about that, let us know. Of course, we're going back to the Lifelong Vitality Pack all the time. So taking this is hugely important, helps fill the nutritional gaps I talked about, helps increase energy, mental clarity, and decrease inflammation, inflammation or disease is inflammation. So if you're decreasing inflammation, you're help preventing all the diseases out there. So this is preventative care. You want to live, we're living longer, but you want to live better longer. So that's what that is all about. And just going through some of the other things, I take the probiotic as well as the Terrazyme. Sometimes I skip the Terrazyme, but for the most part, I try to eat 1 to 2. Sometimes people eat 3 at every meal, helping break down that food. When I'm on the detox, I definitely take it. And I'm always putting some kind of citrus oil in my water. 2 to 5 drops is what I personally do. Lemon, lime. I'm doing grapefruit this week. I just like to switch it up because all I drink for the most part is water. And so it's nice to have a flavor and have it lift your mood and clean you out and keep you purified as well as your water. So that is that slide. And then of course, diffusing, we have our favorites, you guys know what to diffuse and what not to diffuse, but Citrus Bliss is a happy oil. It's uplifting and it's free of toxic fragrances. So a lot of the candles and Glade plugins, oh my gosh, I can't believe they still exist, that are going on out there are just putting toxins in the air. Unfortunately, yes, they're pretty, but the aromatic compounds are not good for us. And when you diffuse, it's going to come into your body and come into your brain and really make a huge difference on your health and wellness and your mood. So all the way with the diffusers, it's just the best way to go. And topically, if you are needing for pain or have any issues with motivating yourself, of course there's Deep Blue, but this is good for reducing stress and increasing energy. So Adaptive is a mood balancer. It's a mood stabilizer. And it was really meant for the highs and lows of mental issues, but it can be for everybody, especially during this last year when we were all dealing with all kinds of stress. And Motivate is a daily one that I use. I even use it in my studio for people who are feeling a little sluggish. And it helps boost the energy and lift people up and focus their attention. So love Motivate. Definitely have that on your list if you don't have it already. And then internally, like I was saying, you've got those citruses. So stay in the game, stay clean, use up to 24 drops internally for daily and optimal health. You can go that high. You don't have to go that high, but there's some options that we were talking about before with citruses. And make sure it is not in plastic. It is in glass or some kind of stainless steel, or you're going to break down the plastic and then you'll be drinking that, and that's not good. So make sure you have that going on.
A question. Are you mixing all those citrus oils together?
Certainly can. It's
This
up to you.
Will
Can
it
mix
taste okay?
Well, I personally like lime and orange together. I think it tastes amazing. Play around with what your taste buds like, but it's okay to do it. Yes. I'm
Okay.
on its own right now, but grapefruit and lemon actually sounds really good to me, just thinking about it. So yeah, play around with it because I know you have a bunch of those, Denise.
Yeah.
Good question.
Okay.
Yeah, great question. And the glory years. So Lifelong Vitality Pack will always be in the mix for all of us. Fractionated coconut oil is great for thinning skin, and you can also add some oils to help with the skin in general. I was also talking to Marley earlier, bone nutrient, but I say start in your 30s with that one because we start decreasing bone and muscle in our 30s, and our skin, hair, and nail need to be supported, which the Lifelong Vitality Pack definitely helps with the joints and energy, protecting and nourishing the brain and helping with the skin. But that extra boost for the bone nutrient, I think, is hugely important. So that's going to be something that I want to put out there to you guys. And then there it is. It's increasing your bone mass and density. It's got all the daily recommendations of calcium, magnesium, vitamin D, and 3. It's also got boron. What is the other thing that I love about this one? Boron and, sorry, I just have it up in my cabinet right here. Boron. Nope, that's not it. I lied. Nope, that's the phytoestrogen. There's one other ingredient in there, and I'm trying to remember what it is, but basically hair, skin, and nails. So you really want to focus on having a good bone supplement, and this one is my favorite. You can also put it in your smoothie if you feel like.
Biotin.
Thank you, biotin, Debbie. Thank you. Biotin's really important. So it's good for the skin and the bones, and we don't get enough of it. So there's something called the Symphony of Cells, and Marley might be able to help me with this a little bit because it's important to know about, because you're going to be, Marley, I think there's something scrolling over there you go. There's one for your basic, the body, so that the Symphony of Cells are working together to give you the best health and wellness. But then there's one for cardiovascular. So Marley, do you know a lot about this Symphony of the Cells?
Yeah, so with the Symphony of the Cells, you're going to be applying down your spine and the bottom of the feet. Well, you can see the images next to the oil. See, under basic, there says frankincense, and it shows neck, nose, and feet. So that one you would apply on the neck and chest area, and then you would inhale it, and then you would put it on the feet. You pretty much start that way no matter what protocol it is. And then for as you go down, like Melaleuca, down the spine and on the feet, and then peppermint. And usually it ends with peppermint. You put it down the spine, on the feet, and then you put like a warm washcloth on their back. Like, you'd get it wet and microwave it. And the reason the Symphony of the Cells is just so brilliant is because going down the spine, you're targeting every single area of the body because it all connects back to the spine, right? So when you layer these oils in their particular order, so frankincense, melaleuca, massage blend, which is aroma touch, and then peppermint for the basic one, you're covering all of the what's the best word, like the defense points in the body. So your frankincense is going to up your immune system. Your melaleuca is going to go through the body and kill off any of those bad cells. The massage blend is going to go and soothe anything, and the peppermint's really just going to drive it all home. So I love Symphony of the Cells. Anytime I'm feeling anything, I'll do it. There's even ones for like emotions. So the Symphony of the Cells is great for all points of life. When my daughter will get these things where she'll have like puking fits every now and then, and this is the only way I can get it to stop for her.
Yeah, so take down that website. I'm going to explore it a little bit more myself. It's nice to have a little layout of what to do for certain events in our lives. So good to know. Good to have. Thank you, Marley, for going over that. And you guys know about the LRP, so I won't get into that because we know that we get our points and our oils every month, and we get our free oil of the month. And you guys also know the business piece. So we're just going to kind of wrap it up here towards the end of if you have any questions for us. But we always say use the oils, share, and teach others because we want to spread health and wellness to everybody out there. So let us know. Do you have any questions? We're going to kind of open the mic here. No? Okay. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys being on. Make sure you're getting your Lifelong Vitality Pack. You can see that was the theme of our slide and our presentation, and that also certain oils that pertain to you and your lifestyle. So always reach out to us if you need anything, and thank you guys for joining in on the call.
Thank
Guys,
you.
have a good night.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.